Hello, hello, my lovely gems. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are well. Gems. Oh, gracious. We have the storm and the orphan and the apocalypse. The crone, the bridge, and Eros. The king, the offering, and the cave. You can be on either side of the story. You can be dealing with somebody in this energy. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But I feel like a massive end that came with a lot of confusion and a lot of loss. Fueled by a spirit of anger, malice, and then you have the bridge, the crone, and Eros, and I feel like you're wanting to move in a different direction. You're wanting to get out of this sense of chaos. I think you're making a decision. I mean, the crone is kind of the idea of like a knowing, you know, just kind of like an awareness through time, you know, an awareness through experience, you know, but I just kind of feel like you've gained some awareness, you've gained some experience, and you've made a decision. For a lot of my gems, I do think it could be for a relationship. You know, just like diving down, becoming more intimate with another person. If it's not a person, then I would say a project. You know, like maybe you were really just having a shit time at trying to do something and it just wasn't working. And it's like you make a decision. I don't know, because they're like, and maybe it's just me. I don't know, because I get ADD as fuck. But like, yeah, another reason that I hate it. But I always put, whenever Kyle and I would get furniture, I was always the one that put it together because I was the only one that had the patience to do it. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like again, like if you don't have the patience to put something together, if you don't have the patience to really do what needs to be done, and then, you know, then it ends up not really being what it's meant to be. It ends up kind of being like a shit show of disappointment. And I feel like this strong sense of like a shit show of disappointment fueled by some not great things. And I feel like that's the decision that sends you in another direction. Okay, sorry. I had to get that out. Understand it. Okay. The Hierophant. Oh, some other cards. Gems. I don't know, you guys. I mean, it seems like things are going in a positive direction for you. Oh my gracious. Okay. We have the Two of Swords, the Three of Wands, which I just feel like whatever this decision is, again, it sends you in a different direction. Whether you are in, like, literally physically going in a different direction, or I don't know, there's something you're doing that is different. And it feels like you had to take a minute to really stop and understand like what was fueling that and where that gasoline was coming from. You know what I mean? Before you're able to make this decision. But it does feel like a decision that comes from a sense of knowing, you know, like to bring justice to whatever all that injustice was. It seems to be a good thing because you have celebration here, the Three of Cups, you know, like it worked, it went down, it did whatever. Yeah, well, here's the thing with my gems. like they are conscious of the fact that they are able to like flip it, right? And I think that a lot of times when you're dealing with a gem who's a conscious gem, you know what I mean? Like a conscious gem, it's not to say that they won't flip, but it is to say that when they do, they can acknowledge it and address it in a healthy manner. You know what I mean? Rather than like dragging everybody through the shit forever and always. You know what I mean? Like, but like a conscious gem doesn't do that. And I feel like there's a sense of like, no, I'm conscious of there being things that were not acceptable. You know, like that I'm conscious of this behavior, and I have been working on myself. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like, and I don't know the timeline for this, because this could be a read that plays itself out for the next 6 months. You know what I mean? So, you know, obviously take what resonates, how it resonates, and leave the rest. But I just kind of get this feeling of there being a decision that's being made that I feel like you're trying to compensate for your flip. But the compensation doesn't feel like it's like, I don't know, deceitful or in any way. It just feels like an acknowledgement, right? Like this truth that brings justice and comes with understanding. And I think also is followed with healing. But part of that decision has to be to let go of all of these I'm feeling infinitely less talkative today. It's funny how that shifts like that. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Chariot, and Death. Yeah, I don't know, because something is ending. I feel like there was an end, and I feel like there's almost this sense of moving forward with a decision to, like, I feel like an apology, an opportunity to move forward. I don't know, because I don't know if this is somebody that you're dealing with, or it's that you're done with what was and you're moving into something new entirely, because the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, it's new. You know what I mean? But healing, you know, the healing can be to, you know, like relationships past, or it can be to yourself, because if you've been dealing with this abandonment energy and you can't get out of it, and therefore are always angry and triggered, and I don't know, just you need to heal too. That needs to be healed. And that might take some time. You know what I mean? But I feel like the idea here is that there's an opportunity for you to go in that direction. However that plays out for you as an individual, because I think it'll play out differently for everyone. You know? Gems, the riddle in the box. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's a question of like, well, what do I need to do that? Like, what decision is it that I need to make? And what is it that I, you know, and again, I just feel like find your, like, pinpoint your fear, pinpoint the reactive behavior, and deal with it accordingly, and show up as a conscious gem, not one that's constantly confused and never really knows what to do, because that's just not you. Like, that's not real. You know what I mean? Okay, gems, if this does resonate for you, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.